தர்மசாலாவில் ஒரு தர்மடி. CSK is back.
நீ மறுபடியும் எங்களை தொட்டிருக்க கூடாது. தொட்டுட்ட. தொட்டவனே நான் விட்டதே இல்லை.
Good knock by Jadeja, saving CSK as always.
நீங்க லேட்டு ஒருத்தனே முடிச்சிட்டான்.
Opening with Santner. We have been calling for Santner for a while.
டேய் வாடா வீரா வீரா எங்கள் வாழ்வே சுக்கர்கரா சூரா சூரா எங்கள் வாழ்வே அருவாளா.
I don't know why Punjab panicked so much.
அந்த பாயா இருக்கணும்டா.
Welcome to another episode of The Couch Coaches. தர்மசாலாவில் ஒரு தர்மடி. CSK is back.
தப்பு பண்ணிட்டே சிங்காரம், தப்பு பண்ணிட்டே. நீ மறுபடியும் எங்களை தொட்டிருக்க கூடாது. தொட்டுட்ட. தொட்டவனே நான் விட்டதே இல்லை.
Over to you, Priyesh.
Hi, this is the post-match analysis of Punjab versus CSK. We said it in the preview itself that it was a must win for CSK, and whether the monks will give them the calmness. So, Dharmaadhi in Dharmshala. So we will construct this episode as the overall analysis, our outcome analysis, and the breaking point. So, Rama, overall analysis is.
சொன்னோம் ஒழுங்கா go back to your standard script. டேய் சொன்ன மாதிரி ஆடுங்கடா. Only with injuries, CSK is now beginning to get back to its older script. ஸோ கரெக்டாக நம்ம நினச்ச மாதிரி பேட்டிங்கை மாற்ற மாட்டாங்கன்னு தெரியும். ஸோ வி டோல் தெம் சரி அதே மாதிரி பண்ணி தொலைங்கன்னு சொன்னோம். கரெக்டாக ஜிங்ஸ் வந்தான், அவன் பண்ண வேண்டியதை பண்ணான்.
ப்ளீஸ்ரா ஒரு 2 ரன்னாவது ஆடுறா, உனக்கு ஆடவும் தெரியல, டீம்ல தண்டத்துக்குன்னு ஒருத்தன்.
அட்லீஸ்ட் தே brought in Mitchell back to the spot of one drop. That's the standard script again. Dubey is like super enthused that he made to the World Cup, so he's decided that he's only going to do first ball duck. I think
maybe he's playing to sit out the entire World Cup and enjoy Americas and the Caribbean. And I think it's also giving him a fight.
Correct. நானும் உட்கார்றேன் அவனும் சொல்லிட்டு இருக்கான். கரெக்ட். So I think Jadu, good knock by Jadeja, saving CSK as always.
நீங்க லேட்டு ஒருத்தனே முடிச்சிட்டான்.
And then I think a decent score. I think you had mentioned how they were probably about 15 runs below. The key was when they started getting the early breakthrough was important. So Deshpande came good.
ஏய் என்னங்கடா ஆளாளுக்கு என் வாதியார பல்லு பிடிச்சு பாக்குறீங்களா? ஏ வேம்பளே உன்னை அடிச்சு நான் தூக்குறேன்டா.
Opening with Santner. We have been calling for Santner for a while.
டேய் வாடா வீரா வீரா எங்கள் வாழ்வே சுக்கர்கரா சூரா சூரா எங்கள் வாழ்வே அருவாளா.
Right?
Some spinner, Santner or Dikshana with the opening spell.
So அது வந்தது. And I don't know why Punjab panicked so much.
அந்த பாயா இருக்கணும்டா.
தேவையில்லாம they threw wickets after 62 for 2 and they just goofed up the game. So overall, critical game for CSK. They came good, back on the table at number 3. Obviously, we're going to see a bunch of movement from 1 through 5 in the next few weeks. So it's good to be back. Overall, good game for CSK.
So I thought I can give them maybe 80%. I can't give them 100%. But whatever we wanted them to do, they did it right. And choke with spin. That's what we are been asking. And pitch was Pakka Chennai pitch for
Mm.
choking them. So
Mm.
that was very good for us because when we saw the pitch in the toss, it looked like a Pata wicket.
Mm.
Okay. Then after the 10th over, it strode too much, is my belief, because 6 or 7 overs, we were 10 per over.
Mm.
Mitchell and Ritu were going good. Then the double strike and Dube wants to sit down at Nenekara. So
முட்டை 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 முட்டை
and it slowed down and it aided us. And I thought Deshpande after this flu came and the wickets flew. That was what
Mm.
happened. And why I said 80% na, I think the fielding I can give it a 95%. Apart from that, Moin sitter, which
Mm.
he dropped. But they could have finished the game much earlier. Last three wickets hit 61 for Punjab. Okay, so if we had got them for 30 or 40, then it is another 20 or 30 runs we would have won, which will bump up our NRR also, because
Mhm.
as you said, many teams are in the bunch and it will go to down to the net run rate as usual in
Mhm.
the later part of the IPL to qualify. And then in the batting, I saw intent today. So be it Rahane or Michelle, the intent to score was that. So that was
Mm.
good. But the two wickets and Mitchell maybe a bit unlucky like before.
அதானே எனக்கு ஒன்றும் புரியல பேசாம ஆமான்ற வேண்டியதான் ஆமா 2 லட்சம் தான் சார் வெளியே வா மம்பட்டி இருக்கு நடுமண்டு கொடுக்கறியா
கொஞ்சம் slowed down or setting up, but the very good thing that Rutu also said in the post-match interview, that they didn't send Rizvi as a impact bat
Mhm.
because they wanted the bowler.
Mm.
That was the best decision in the match that they took. Okay.
இல்லாட்டி
And
லார்டு வந்து 4 ஹவர்ஸ் போட்டிருந்தா ஹெல்ப் பண்ணியிருப்போம் ஆப்போனண்ட்.
கொஞ்சம் ஓவரா தான் போய்கிட்டு இருக்கோமோ போவோம்
அதுக்கு we have a son who gives greed to other batsmen. Greed son. என்னடா learn from Tushar and Simran on the length to bowl.
Mhm.
You can't give 4 hours 50 and 2
Mm.
hours last la வந்து tail enders. So I mean you have to learn. So
Mm.
that was the only point which I will say we have to find out, because
Mhm.
you will play every match from now
Mhm.
because we don't have Patata now.
ஐயோ ஒரு நிமிஷத்துல உடம்பெல்லாம் குப்புன்னு வேர்க்குதே
So I don't think we will change the template now. I
Mhm.
think this will be the template for sure, unless somebody gets injured. Simran coming back first
Yep.
game, and his pace is picked up from the
145.
last
Mm.
147, 148. He
Mm.
bowled very well. And maybe, I mean, if it's a Pata wicket like Bangalore, maybe you will travel, but we will see when we get
Yeah.
to Bangalore. So, overall, very, very good game. We wanted this, and we have to look to build the momentum from this. Maybe six of the out of six or five out of five to win the IPL from now.
Mhm.
And the next match is in Modi
Gujarat.
says
Mhm.
Stadium, so we will preview that also
Mm.
in the next episode. So we will see what happens in Ahmedabad. So now to our overall analysis. So we picked some players which we who performed for both the teams.
Mhm.
I picked Ashal Patel. He was a revelation now today. And his slower one came out very well. And Dhoni, Tongi out first ball. So he had a very good game also, Ashal. Then we talked about Rutu and Jatu. They came well. I think you picked up Michelle and
Yep. Jaddu.
Jetu also, so they also came well. The only thing that we have to now, either of us should pick Dubey for the next preview for him to hit
Correct.
and the Murray.
Yeah.
So very very good game, and maybe we can give us as ourselves another 80% for the overall analysis. But I think the pitch aided us
Or
because
we
it.
should pick like how you texted me. Game Gali nadicha. So அது வந்து game Gali யாருக்குன்னு சொல்லல. So you'll definitely be right. Yeah. Yeah.
And number. So,
Mm.
well, I mean, it was a good game. That's all
Yeah.
it, we matter. So, we will go to the breaking point.
For me, I didn't watch batting much, like I told you, but I saw
Very,
that in
very,
the
very early for you.
correct. Yeah. For me, just starting with Santner, once you know that the wicket is a little slow, you pick the right person in the squad who will just slow it up even more in the air. So that was a good start right away. And breaking point is definitely Deshpande picking the two early wickets.
Yeah.
And picking the right people in some ways, right? Picking Barstow was sort of key. So that was one section. அப்புறம் அப்படியே if you go forward, அப்படியே வந்தா ஒரு 62 for 2 in like 8 overs. And that critical over when I think அந்த ஒரு 8 to 14 stretchல Jadeja came in. You brought Jadeja at the right time and Jadeja doing the double strike in that one over. So clearly it came down to something that we always watch CSK do. Bring the spinners in, they will do the constriction, what you used to refer to, slow the entire pace of the game, getting wickets. So எனக்கு என்ன நீங்க பண்ணீங்களோ உனக்கு திருப்பி கொடுக்கறேன்னு சொல்லி
ஆமா,
வாட்
ஆமா.
எவர் தே டிட் இன் செப்பாக் 8 overs 33 for 4 wickets எடுத்தாங்க. நம்ம இங்க 7 overs கொடுத்து ஆனா ஏன் 7 ஓவர்ஸ்ல நிறுத்தினோங்கிறது ஒரு டிஸ்கஷன் நமக்கு இருக்கு.
ஆமா,
அது
ஆமா.
வந்து ருத்துவோட கேப்டன்சி which we have to
Correct.
talk about. But I think these were the critical moments of the game.
My back end point is toss. At last, he lost a toss which favored us because the wicket, I think, became slow in the second half than the first half. So that ate it. My apart from Tussa's opening spell, I thought the center for Shashank Singh. The ball before he got out was Fuller, and he tongued the ball over his head. He dragged the ball by 1 feet or 2 feet. Are they angle or they one? He went for the start and got out. I think that was the breaking point for me in the entire second innings because Shashant and Simran Seat, I mean, what is that? Prab Simran were going very well. Okay. And I thought what that was one breaking point. Second one, the Dhoni will talk to Jatu when that wicket fell for Shashant. Next over, Jatu will fire it on the stump for Simran and Prab Simran, and he will get out. And Dhoni and Jadu will laugh. So it was a planned
Planned one.
wicket. So I think that worked very well for us, and those are the breaking points for me. But to go to Ritu's captaincy now, why not give Santner 1 over? Why didn't you give Simranjeet the 4th over? So
Mhm.
Santner 3 overs 1 for 10. Okay. Simranjeet 3 overs 2 for 2 for 15 or whatever. Grayson வந்து 4 hours 45 or something.
Mhm.
So why don't you give Simran? And Simran was கொஞ்சம் he didn't want to give the ball and he wanted to bowl அந்த மாதிரி.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
when he is doing in a good spell, give it to him. And
Correct.
you have
See,
got
அதுதான் எனக்கு
6 or 7 wickets. It's not he's bowling 2 overs on the power play. He's got 2 wickets, and
correct.
then you have to control the game. So you go for and if you see when Greason was bowling and his third over or fourth over, when Rahul Chahar hit him for a six, Frem was disappointed.
Mm.
He was shaking his head. Frem will never show
Correct.
any emotions. He was disappointed. Mhm.
இல்ல அதுதான் எனக்கு வந்து with in general I'm not understanding the thought process. If you are unsure of Santner in the end and you're worried that they will tonk him, then finish him off in the middle. Bring him quickly with in a tandem with Jadeja when that was happening, and then you can get through it. And as much as எடுத்தவனுக்குலாம் சான்ஸ் கொடுக்கணும் அவசியம் இல்லையே. டாக்கூருக்கு 2 ஓவர் கரெக்டாக ஃபர்ஸ்ட் பால் 4 கொடுத்தான். அது ஒரு ஸ்டாண்டர்ட் அப்ரோச் மாதிரி தாக்கூர் வந்து. ஸோ
SOP, Stardol operating procedure. First ball boundary போனோம்
கரெக்ட்.
4 or 6 அந்த மாதிரி.
So that is the part which sort of worries me. I don't still get it. Other aspects of today's game was not too many surprises. They picked people. Maybe they were forced to pick, like what we said, injuries nala. ஆனா எடுத்தவனுக்கு கரெக்டா கொடுத்தான். I would have wanted to just give more confidence to Simranjeet and see how far he can go. Right, bowl out the 4. If he is good, we might bring him back in the next game. We will talk about the squad when we get to the next 12. But that is what is a little bit worrisome and not completely sure of what Ritu is thinking.
Uh, why didn't you take Moin also in the match? Okay, so I'm not able to understand. Okay,
Yeah,
and if you want to give Greason the confidence, then you have to tell him which length to bowl or whatever.
yeah,
Or if you want to try some other player for the remaining matches, that we have to play them because of
yeah,
the injuries, give Mitchell over.
correct. Yeah, I feel Gleason might have been because he is not going to be part of the top bowling anyway. You wanted to make sure he
Yeah,
bowls the
that's what I'm
quota of
saying.
4 overs. So,
That's what I'm saying. So
yeah,
I think that the thought process is give him the confidence. But if it's not learning from Tushar or Simpson for the length, okay, if it's a good ball, they bashed you or over uppercut you, you can't do anything. Okay,
correct.
but Rahul Chahar squill pull in the fine length.
Yeah,
What are you boring? Okay,
correct,
if it's Surya or Rohit, I can understand.
correct,
Not Chahar.
correct.
So that's the thinking they have to do before the next game.
Yeah, correct.
So good win.
Mm.
Hope we continue with the momentum. So this is a wrap for this episode. Please like, subscribe, and share this video. We will see you on the GT versus CSK preview. Bye.
Bye.